Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and tonight we have got a special one for you. It is Initial Assessment on Spider-Man Venom Death Spiral issue number 1. So this is written by Joe Kelly, Ewing and Charles Soule, with art by Jesus Saiz, and you get to see Peter back checking on his life. He's been in space for all of this time, and he runs up on Astrid, who is a worker and cares for his friend Brian, who ended up in the hospital thanks to an experiment gone wrong. You also get to see down in the bottom, it's like a running ticker of people that have been murdered by some unknown force, some entity. And if you go through here and keep paying attention to the names, then you have Sharon Albrock, then you have Obrock, and then it continues on to Cornelius Brock III, or Miss Parker Green. So what it's doing is it's this character, Spiral, whoever this is killing people with Brock or close to Watson, because she's, Mary Jane is Venom right now, or close to the last name of Parker. And that's, to me, that's the most interesting part of this whole thing. There's a colonel down at the bottom, and it says, oh my God, somebody's killed the colonel, and his last name is Riley, like Ben Riley. Then you have, in an incident straight out of a cartoon, Bradley Brock of Edison, New Jersey, was killed when a piano fell over him from 3 stories. Mr. Riley, who is presumed to have died on impact. Cyclist hit and run, it was Christine Parker. So as you're going through this book, you're seeing that it's becoming more and more focused on Parker, on Watson, on Brock. But you don't know who this guy is. You don't know what his motivation is. And not to spoil the ending, but you finally get to see this guy at the on the final page, and his next victim is Mary Jane, and he says, Mary Jane Watson, beautiful. And let's see what else we have. We get to see Venom and Flash Thompson talking. You get Carnage, aka Eddie Brock, currently. I'm just kind of going through this whole thing, guys. The artwork by Jesus Saiz is excellent. I'd love to see this kind of artwork on Amazing Spider-Man month in and month out, because he's got a very John Cassidy-esque artwork style. It's realistic. It's got shade. It's got detail. It's got cross-hatching, but at the same time, if he could do that month in and month out on a book, that'd be great. And like I said, I'd love to see him do a 2 or 3 issue fill-in on Amazing Spider-Man when this is all said and done. But overall, you have a really great package, because you get to see what Carnage is up to. And right now, like I said, Eddie Brock is the host of Carnage, so he goes to go see Dylan, and he tells Dylan something. He says, let's see. He says, I'm going through some challenges and I could use some help. And Dylan says, what's going on? I guess I'll help you if I can. And he says, no, not you. I'd never involve you. I'm looking for Venom. I know he's been seen around the city, and I thought maybe you knew where he or she or whoever was. And so Dylan gets upset, and he says, oh, you're not here to see me. You're here to see Mary Jane Watson. He's all up into Mary Jane Watson. But you get to see where Eddie Brock is trying to fit in. You get to see Flash and MJ talking. You get to see Spider-Man swinging around the city again, trying to blow off steam from everything that he's been through. So it's more than just Death Spiral in name. This book is circular. It focuses on the murders, it focuses on Spider-Man, it focuses on Eddie Brock and Carnage, and it focuses on Mary Jane Watson. And it focuses on where they're at. And it's kind of like when you see a drain okay? Or you see like a drain plug that's been pulled. Everything just gets sucked into that drain and pulled down. And that's what is going on here. And I don't know if it was Joe Kelly, I don't know if it was Al Ewing, or if it was Charles Soule, but all three of these parts together, all three of these writers have crafted an extremely strong first part to Death Spiral, which is 9 parts. I don't know that I'm going to read all of those because I'm not reading Venom right now, and I think the Carnage book got canceled, but I don't know that I'll follow this whole story, and that kind of stinks because I want to see how this finishes. But I am going to keep reading ASM as always, and I might start picking up Venom just to see what's going on. But it's really cool to see people who care about these characters, people who are trying to bring something new and fashionable, and more importantly, something with character, something with heart, something that they can be proud of, not now, but 10, 15, 20 years from now. Spider-Man has dealt with serial killers before. He's dealt with things like this, but this feels personal. This feels like it's going to be much more personal than what he is used to. Now, who's Spiral? Nobody knows. They have mentioned that he's got gloves that look suspiciously like the Shocker's gloves, so maybe he's the Shocker. Maybe somebody maybe Baron Zemo comes back from, being Citizen V and decides that he's going to work with Arnim Zola again and work on creating new villains that he can control. I know that's way out there, but maybe he got a hold of the Shocker and has twisted his mind, twisted everything so that he goes after the Parker family and the Spider-Man family and the Venom family singularly and just focuses on them at the end of the day. So, guys, I really enjoyed the heck out of this. This was a lot of fun. I'm hoping that next week's ASM number 23 can pick up where this one left off and provide just as much entertainment. But for an initial assessment, I'm going to give this a grade of A. It wasn't perfect, but it was just entertaining and it was fun, and it did, for an event book, suck me in and make me interested enough to want to see how this all is going to play out. So, thanks for watching, guys. Go get you a copy of Spider-Man Venom Death Spiral issue number 1 if you can, with this awesome Ed McGuinness cover. And in the meantime, I'm going to go read some more books so that I can come back and provide you guys with more entertainment. If you hadn't liked and subscribed to the channel yet, please do that and come back next time for more great comic content. Thanks, guys. Have a great day and a wonderful weekend.